Manchester United fans, hold on to your seats because this transfer window deadline day has officially gone mad. We're talking Jadon Sancho possibly heading out the door, Dibu Martinez on his way in, Antony finally leaving, Rasmus Højlund off to Italy, and half of United's attack gone. Let's dive into the deals, the drama, and why this deadline day might just define United's entire season. If you love all things Manchester United, smash that like button, subscribe for daily updates, and drop your rating of this transfer window in the comments from a scale of 1 to 10. Let's get into it. Let's start with Jadon Sancho, the forgotten man at Manchester United. Finally, a Premier League club has remembered his name. Aston Villa are in talks with United about bringing Sancho to Villa Park. Now, let's be honest, Sancho has been one of United's most disappointing signings in years. The talent is there, but the attitude? Horrible. If not for Villa, his next stop would have been Turkey or Saudi Arabia. But here's where it gets juicy. These talks are tied into a separate negotiation for Emiliano Martínez. United want Sancho included in a deal that brings the World Cup winning goalkeeper to Old Trafford. Martinez has already agreed personal terms, and United are pushing hard to get this over the line. And if this deal somehow collapses, United are keeping a close eye on Lamens as a backup option. But let's be real, of Martinez at United? That's a dream signing. He's a leader, a winner, and a player who thrives under pressure, exactly what United need between the sticks. Now, let's talk about Antony, because this one is actually fascinating. Real Betis have struck a deal with Manchester United to sign him permanently. Initially, Betis wanted a loan, but United stood firm and got a €25 million package plus a 50% sell-on clause, and, crucially, they won't pay Antony any termination fee. Considering United paid a ridiculous €95 million for him, it feels like a huge loss on paper. But let's be real, this was never going to work out. United cutting their losses and getting Betis to agree to a future sell-on clause? That's smart business. It's a long-term play that might pay off if Antony finally finds form elsewhere. This deal shows that United are learning from their mistakes, at least a little bit. No more bloated contracts, no unnecessary payouts. This is a reset. Rasmus Højlund, United's young striker, is heading to Italy for his medicals with Napoli. It's a loan deal with an obligation to buy. Now, this one will divide fans. Some will say he needed time to grow, while others will argue United don't have time to wait for him. Napoli clearly believe they can get the best out of him, and honestly, Serie A might be a good place for Hojlund to rediscover himself. If this move works out, United could cash in later, but right now, it's a gamble that speaks volumes about the club's changing direction. They're trimming the fat, moving players on, and planning a rebuild. Let's take a step back. Garnacho? Gone. Rashford? Gone. Antony? Gone. Højlund? Gone. Sancho? About to leave. This is a complete reset of United's attack. The club has finally realized that the current squad was never going to deliver. For years, we've watched a team built on expensive mistakes. Now, it's like United are ripping up the script and starting over. Some fans are panicking. How can we lose so many players in one window? But this might be what's needed to get back to the top. We're seeing ruthless decision-making from the board, and whether you like it or not, it's refreshing. Back to Martinez for a second. If United can pull this deal off, it's huge. Think about it, a World Cup winner, Premier League proven, a player who lives for the big moments. For too long, United's goalkeeping situation has been shaky. Martinez instantly brings leadership, confidence, and a winning mentality. Pair him with the right defensive setup, and United finally have a foundation to build on. This is the kind of signing that changes the dressing room energy. And remember, this deal is being worked on alongside the Sancho exit. If United play their cards right, this could be a masterstroke. So let's sum this up. Sancho looks Villa-bound, Martinez is on his way in, Antony's gone, Højlund's off to Napoli, and United are cashing out on a generation of underperformers. It's chaotic, it's ruthless, and it's exactly what Manchester United need. Now, here's the big question for you: how do you rate this transfer window? Is it a 10 out of 10 masterclass of cutting deadweight and starting fresh, or a 1 out of 10 disaster that leaves us with no squad depth? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'll be reading every single one. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe because this transfer window is only getting crazier, and you don't want to miss the next twist.